Today on Cooking for Strength, we're going to be talking about buying healthy food and a lot of it on a budget. So check it out. What's up, guys? It's Nate. Welcome back to Strength Cycle. Welcome to Cooking for Strength. Like I mentioned, today we're going to be talking about buying a lot of food on a budget. Healthy food, too, not a bunch of crap. So, here's what happens. I came into some money the other day, and I wanted to free up my time going forward for the next few months. So I wanted to not worry about a lot of stuff, and I decided my food needs was going to be one of those things I wanted to knock out, at least most of it, in one fell swoop and not have to stress over, worry about it for any reason and for the next few months and not have to go to the grocery store so as often and everything. So what I did was, basically, I went there. I didn't really plan a price, but I just went in there and pretty much bought all the building blocks that I need to create the majority of my meals, which consists of carbs, heavy, high protein meats, chicken, steak, things like that. And I didn't buy vegetables because I'd already bought a bunch of vegetables, but I bought some vegetables. When they fall into the carb category, bought a lot of potatoes. So it's not really a vegetable in most people's minds. It's a starch. So I already had plenty of green vegetables in the freezer, and that happens to be one of the much cheaper things that you can worry about later as like kind of an extra thing. When you want to spice your meal up, you can go with that and just run to the store real quick, not have to do a full-out shop. But basically, and I don't want to hear all this shit from people about how it's hard to buy healthy food, I don't have any kids or anything, so that could be more of an issue. But for yourself, it is very easy to buy this stuff that you can cook later. And once you figure out how to do it in the combinations of carbs, meats, proteins, vegetables, you can mix it all together and make a lot of cool stuff with it. You can, lots of flavors can come from things like balsamic vinegars, herbs, spices, things like that. More healthy things, and there you go. And you can you can customize it to your needs. You need less carbs, buy less carbs, or just prepare less carbs. You need more carbs, prepare more carbs, whatever. So here's a quick rundown of what I bought. I spent $98, and here's what I got. And I'm not using this all the time right now. Some of this stuff, like the pasta, but it's good to have sometimes. Pasta's not the best carb, but it's good for certain things, and it's an easy carb, though. It's easy to buy a lot of it very cheap and make a lot with it. So here's what I bought with $98. 3 containers of pasta, 2 kinds of spaghetti, 2 of spaghetti, and then 1 with like some elbow noodles or something. 1 10-pound bag of potatoes. The last 10-pound bag of potatoes I bought in January, they're still good, and I still haven't used them all up yet. So that's an easy carb. It's an easy starch to prepare once you learn different ways to cook it, and it goes well with dinner, breakfast, lunch, and it works within a lot of dishes. So it's a very versatile food to have. So 1 10-pound bag of potatoes, 1 10-pound bag of white rice. White rice is another good starch and carb source. Regardless of what, there's all sorts of bullshit out there, conflicting stuff between white rice, brown rice. That's a topic for another day, but frankly, I don't get into all that bullshit, and I don't really like brown rice that much. White rice. So if you have a problem, you leave it in the comments section. I'm sure I'll get a lot. But that's a 10-pound bag of white rice, and that's a lot of rice. So that can make a lot of good dishes. Then 3 pounds of hot Italian sausage. Now, I'm going to use this sparingly. And it happened to be on sale, and it was a brand of sausage that I like. It's good for in omelets. It's good for in like these hot pocket things I make with eggs in them as well and stuff. And it goes good with that sort of thing. And it goes good in pasta. I always liked Italian sausage in my pasta. So there you go. That's 3 pounds of that just knocked out right there. Next, 2 5-pound bags of frozen chicken breasts. I also already have a bag of frozen chicken breasts in there, so technically now I have 3. But I bought 2, and That's a lot. I mean, that's enough chicken breast for more than a week, depending on how you eat and stuff. You could throw that stuff in the crock pot or poach it or anything where you can batch cook a lot of it in a short amount of time, and bam, you've got, you're a high protein lean meat source for the rest of the week there that can go in lots of different things. It can go with breakfast in eggs, it can go with vegetables, it can go with rice, it can go with all sorts of things. Then I bought a 2-pound London broil steak. This is a cut of meat that lends itself well to cooking. You can cook it in the oven, and you don't have to watch it. That's another video for another time, but it cooks easy, and it provides a lot of meat for the rest of the week. Same with I bought 3 pounds of ground chuck beef, Hamburgers. I got pretty lean beef this time, so lots of burgers, and you can have it as a low carb diet too by just leaving the bun off, and that goes good with eggs, like a steak and eggs type deal, but with ground chuck. Put it into patties. You can season it with different things. Another versatile meat that you can do a lot with other than just regular burgers. Next, 2.5 pounds chuck shoulder roast. Another one. This goes in the crock pot. So again, that's another easy thing that you can make a lot of food with in a very short amount of time, like a batch cook. And since it's pot roast, your potatoes you got can go in there. Any frozen vegetables that I already have, but I could have bought, they can go in there. And there you go. You've got a good, solid, clean source of meat and vegetables that's easy to make and easy to pack and easy to reheat. Bam, there you go. That whole week or more worth of meat that goes with a dish right there. And the final thing was happened to be on sale, and I hadn't done anything with it lately, so I thought it might be cool to try something new. Was 3 pounds of pork chops. So right now I've got all this stuff in the fridge, in the freezer, ready to go. This should hold me over for the most part, except for certain condiments or certain sauces I might need to make different kinds of dishes if I want to change a pace and stuff. But basically, these are the main building block ingredients for almost all of my meals for the next 2.5 or 3 months, depending on how much I'm eating and how often I'm eating and how my training goes and how much I want to eat. But bam, I mean, there you go, $98. Now you don't have to be running to the store, spending money on gas, and you've got all stuff that is not very time consuming to prepare in bulk. So you buy it in bulk and you can prepare it in bulk, and you can also refreeze any of the stuff you've cooked making all this and keep it in the freezer already. That was another thing for not buying a lot of vegetables other than the frozen ones, was that other than potatoes, a lot of vegetables don't keep as long. So you can buy those, as the days go on, as you need them. And the rest of this stuff you can have already ready in the freezer and ready to go. So that's it. That's not really a recipe. That's just a good way to buy a lot of good stuff, a lot of bulk foods on a budget that are healthy, that can be tailored to your needs as you go, high carb, low carb, whatever. And that's it. There you go. That's a pretty simple solution. $98. You can't beat that. $98 took me 45 minutes to go through the store and kind of decide what I want, because my brain gets going and I end up wanting everything. But you could probably do it in a lot less time, and you've just covered all your bases food-wise for food prep for the next 3 months. So, pretty cool. That's it for today's episode of Cooking for Strength. Stay tuned to Strength Cycle. Check out strengthcycle.com. The new website is up. Everything you see on the channel is going to be on the website as well. So you can always catch stuff there. You can catch other blog posts that are not video-based, that aren't on this channel. And you can always leave comments, questions, contact me, email me with anything you want me to cover in the future, any other topics, questions, concerns, criticisms, whatever you want. So hopefully you'll check that out. That's www.strengthcycle.com. And that's it. Stay tuned to Strength Cycle.